Coach Jen's preseason mental sessions benefited me because she allowed me to become more aware of my goals and how to set those goals and how to achieve them. I also benefited from it because I became more aware of my mental game. Even though I knew a lot about it, she brought a lot of things to my attention that I wasn't able to think of before. So in that way I became more aware of what I was doing and how to become more poised on the field.
Working with Coach Jen this season has been a good thing for me. She's helped me to really open my eyes up to who I am as an athlete. But having her here to talk to has been very beneficial. Giving me keywords when I'm in those situations to kind of help me forget about those things and understand that I do have strengths. More strengths than I do have weaknesses, and I understand that it's okay not to be good at everything, and just to understand that I'm not perfect, but that it is important to work through those weaknesses and to get past those weaknesses. That way when I come up in those situations again, I'm able to say that word or think about that thought and be okay about it and get a hit or make the play.
I think the mental game is really, really important because there's so many athletes out there who have the physical tools, but you'll see that it's the great players who are mentally tough. And a lot of times athletes will be in pressure situations, but it's those players that are mentally tough that can handle tough situations like that.
For any elite athlete, it's important to develop a good mental game because it's what separates you from the average players. And I learned from Jen that the mental game is something that you have to practice and develop, and that's one reason why it was really important that we did the preseason spring training mental game practices, because we got to face situations before we actually stepped in and competed, and we learned how to overcome our doubts and deal with any kind of negative thoughts we had before the game.
Coach Jen's preseason mental training really helped me understand my mental game more and just learn how to use it in a positive way towards softball. And I think the mental game in general is really important for athletes because so many of them think it's just about the physical when really, you're practicing and you're doing reps after reps, and what we don't spend enough time on is the mental game. So I think if they just realize that and learn how to use it, it will really help them.
Coach Jen's preseason mental training was invaluable to me as an athlete because it helped me realize what my faults were as a player mentally and what other people were dealing with at the same time, and realizing that everyone's doing the same thing. Her mental preparation for me as a player has increased my confidence and positivity and helped me realize a lot of things about a lot of different players.
I really like Coach Jen when she gets the whole team together to do the mental training as a group, because it kind of gives me an idea of what my teammates are thinking, what they're going through, and it kind of helps me know that I'm not alone in the ways that I'm feeling. So it kind of gives everyone an opportunity to open up and see what my teammates are going through.
Coach Jen's preseason mental training was very beneficial to me. It showed me my strengths and weaknesses, not only physically but mentally, and helped me just kind of learn how to deal with different circumstances. Controlling the controllables was huge for me, and she helped me work my way through that. So it helped me mentally and benefited me physically on the field as well.
The preseason mental training was a great benefit for me personally because most of the time when I struggle with my athletic performance, it's almost all mental. And I believe speaking with her and going through her various exercises really helped me focus on different factors that set my mental game off, and various things that can bring me back focused.
Working with Coach Jen has improved my game tremendously. Helped me focus on my strengths more than my weaknesses and improve my weaknesses. So that helps. The quality of my game definitely improved. Just focusing on those little things to make each at-bat count, every step count, every play. Quality and consistency was where it's at mentally for me. Physically, you possess the skills, you can do it, but it's a mental part of the game where you really need to be coached. And that's where Jen came in, and very grateful for her. I felt like I grew as a player, as a person, just to know who I am on and off the field. So mentally, I feel stronger than ever. So.
The mental game can help athletes in general by making them more aware of what they're doing. A lot of times people struggle more with the mental than the physical, and they don't realize that. So if they can become more aware of their mental game and learn different ways to approach the game and, in general, then I think that can help them a lot.
We all say that the game is 90% mental, and it's true. So it's very, very important that we work on our mental game, as much as we work on our physical game, and to become that all-around athlete.
Mental game is really important to an athlete, I think, because I've been on the good side of my mental game and a bad side, and if you're not mentally strong, then it can really tear your game apart, but it can make a whole lot of difference. I think that Coach Jen has really helped us figure out how to get to a good state of mind when we're negative.
The mental game is important for every athlete. It'll help you show your weaknesses and your strengths mentally, and it'll help you with your physical game as well. Working through things on the field is often mental, and if you don't know how to work through those things, it's hard to develop as an athlete. So learning the mental game is just as important, if not more, as learning the physical game.
For my game specifically, the mental game is very, very important. Coach Jen has helped me refocus and taught me how to block a lot of things out. As far as athletes in general, it's extremely important to understand the mental side of sports, because you can practice the physical side every day, but the mental side is what gets, most of the time, is what gets in your way when you start to fail. So it's very important to learn.